Hello guys, and welcome to the segment that I'm gonna call Edited Waffling Part 2 because I've done Part 1, which was a few years ago. So might as well just run it back since I'm free today. I'm not doing anything. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So why am I making another Edited Waffling through edited videos again? Well, in today's topic we're gonna be talking about burning out, or shall I just say losing passion. So recently I've been going through some things in terms of like just finding myself personally, because obviously over the course of time when I made that last video, there's a lot of things that's happened recently, and obviously over the years there's many things that's happened to me, from getting into a bad relationship to getting out of it, to being in lockdown, COVID, this, that and the other, and at the same time from me moving to a different place just for me to go to university, to live away from my family. It is a big step that I had to make for myself, and recently, I've just been finding myself in terms of just wanting to focus on one thing instead of focusing on the other, but at the same time everything is clashing together. What I mean by that is with me focusing in uni and at the same time me wanting to work full-time, it's just clashing with each other, and it is really hard for me as a person to decide which one I want to put all of my eggs into. But don't get me wrong, I love those two things that I'm doing. I love being in university because I'm studying towards something that I want to be in life, but at the same time I'm earning the money that I need to sustain my lifestyle. And over the course of time of me just being in placement and just doing my uni work while at the same time being able to work multiple jobs, I think I have found what I really want to do in life. But I want to put a bet on the decision that I made, which was me going into university and studying for it, because I know for myself that I can do it. But there's plan A's and plan B's that I've got plan B's, C's and so on and so forth that I've got behind me just in case things don't work out. Now I know what you're thinking. Why are you saying that you wanna go uni and work full time? Well, it is possible, but at the same time with the course that I'm doing, it is not possible. Hence why we're getting maintenance loans and trust grants from the NHS and what have you. But it is a really hard course, and not everyone lasts while doing the course, and there have been a lot of testimonies from other nursing students, especially with the third years that I've spoken to, that have said nursing is really hard, to the point that every time they finish their placements on the second year they started crying. I was 3 weeks into my placement and I just had a mental breakdown, and I just thought to myself, like, can I really do this? I spoke to my parents about it and they were understanding of it, and they just gave me the option, which is what I'm taking on board at the moment, and that is just doing the best that I can. From a personal standpoint, I am a competitive guy. I like to see what the best that I can do. I want to always be on top. There are limitations and boundaries to some points that I can bring myself into, because there are things that I know for myself that I can't do, that I still go head on with it, and there are some things that I know that I can manage and I can be organized with it. But in terms of me doing the best that I could, it's just a hard shift for me, and me personally, I am really bad at being organized, and I am a quite unorganized person. The bottom line of this whole topic is that I spoke to my parents about it, and they said that do the best that you can. Even if you fail or you pass, at least we all know that you did your best, and that's what I've been living by. If things don't work out, then God's got a plan for me. And that's another point that I want to bring into, which is me being closer to my religion. Ever since I started following my religion even more, started learning more about it and getting a lot more deeper about it, the more I understood that God's got a plan for everyone. And at the same time, He has taught me not to be afraid and just to leave everything onto His hands, because God's got a plan for every single one of us. And for me personally, I've been telling myself this: if uni doesn't work out, God's got a plan. If uni doesn't work out, then this is what God wants for you. And as mentioned in Matthew chapter 21 to verse 22, and whatever you ask in prayer, you'll receive if you have faith. that's what I've been living by. I've just been constantly reminding myself, look, just keep doing your best, leave everything on to Jesus Christ, just keep praying, and whatever you ask for, he will give it to you. But since everything, ever since I started focusing more about being the best version of myself, here comes the time where I just felt burnt out. And this is the main gist of what I've been trying to get into within this whole video, which is all about being burnt out. So with me being in uni and then at the same time working, I don't work a lot. I only work as much as I can to sustain the bills, the rent, and then obviously being able to put food on our table. But at the same time, with me being in uni, I still make time for everyone, being able to meet, being able to speak to my parents and what have you. But there is a time where, especially that one time where I went on the phone to my parents, where I felt so burnt out that it got to a point where I just broke down and cried. Because obviously not a lot of people open up about this, but for me personally, I would love to share this experience, because obviously it's not just a lesson for me, but it's a lesson for others too. So make time for yourself. Obviously allow yourself to have a lot of time, and I should be taking my own advice here. So make sure that you have a lot of time for yourself. You know, you're not just constantly overworking yourself to the point that you don't have enough time to enjoy yourself, and at the same time on your days off you're just sleeping. You just want to be in bed, you don't want to get out. In order for you to break that chain of you being burnt out, just try and enjoy yourself, you know. As you can see, I'm in my car right now, I've got my keys, I'm about to drive off somewhere, you know, just have my own little time. As much as I want to get my friends to come with me, I'd rather spend it on my own for now, you know, just to feel the nature, recollect myself, and, you know, be stuck in my own thoughts. And I love driving. Sorry mum, and if you're watching this, I've been telling you that I don't drive a lot, but me personally, I just love driving on my own. It's just a little way of, you know, my little escape, as you'd say. And yeah, so just got back from my drive, you know, like I said, it cools me off, and at the same time it's more like an escape for me. But to conclude this video, there's nothing wrong with taking a break once in a while. You know, you might be thinking, I got bills to pay, I've got this, that, the other to worry about, but there's always a time where you should really be thinking about yourself instead of just burning yourself out just to get that extra money. Because at the end of the day, you know, as long as you're living, you're eating, and you're enjoying life, that's what really matters. And with how the economy is, especially here in England, nothing's gonna change unless there is someone that steps in to make that change. From my situation to yours, obviously we're all facing a lot of things all together, whether it's physically or mentally, and it could be an environmental factor. Always take some time to spend some time with yourself, because there's nothing wrong with a little bit of an alone time, and find other outlets, other things that you've been wanting to do, such as maybe learning a new language or learning a new hobby. Just like me, I've picked up a hobby from last year, and I've been picking up on it even more by learning more in depth about it, which is DJing. And at the same time, I've picked up other things such as photography and cinematography. Obviously keeping myself physically fit by going out for a run or going to the gym. Break yourself away from social media. Everyone's gonna be pushing a different narrative of how they see things in life, and it's just gonna make you feel down about yourself, because, you know, people finish at their own pace, and that is what I need to take it for myself. So I'm always pushing myself beyond my capabilities. So it's always best to just stick with what you can do, control what you can, and enjoy life. You know, life is such a wonderful creation, and it is one thing that we should not take for granted, especially if we're spending time with our family. And me, that I'm constantly burning myself out, you know, not having some time for myself. I don't get to spend as much time with my family, with my loved ones, with my friends, everyone that's close to me, and it's really bothering me now that I'm thinking about it more. To conclude this video, it's always best to, one, take things one by one, do things one by one. Two, leave some time for yourself and have your alone time. And three, just to enjoy life. Spend as much time with your loved ones, because like I said, life is such a wonderful thing and we shouldn't really take it for granted. But unfortunately, that is the end of the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Subscribing doesn't cost you a lot, it just helps me to grow as a content creator, and obviously for you guys to join me on my journey into growing myself into a bigger content creator in the future. But anyway, hope you guys have a good day, good evening or morning, and we'll see you guys around. Peace.